Hello, Brad here again, and today I want to talk about Versace pour Homme. This is a fragrance that came out in 2008, and it's classified as an aromatic fougere. And in the top we have lemon, neroli, bergamot, and rose de mai. Middle notes of hyacinth, clary sage, cedar, and geranium. And in the base, tonka bean, musk, and amber. And also at base notes they mentioned oud. I'll talk about that later. At base notes also 44 positives, 24 neutrals, 16 negatives. So overall base notes, this one was just okay. Didn't do great, didn't do poor, just sort of middle of the road. And I can kind of see why. When you first put this one on your skin, you do get like the orange and lemon citrus with quite a bit of that tonka bean, which is very similar to the smell of Chanel's Homme Sport. And a lot of people do compare these two, and they also compare this one with Bleu de Chanel. And what's interesting is that as this one dries down, the tonka bean kind of tames itself, and it allows this sweet incense kind of a vibe to come up from below, which is probably from the oud note, and it does kind of remind me of Bleu de Chanel, which is a very good designer fragrance. I like that one much more than Sport myself. However, by the time it gets to that phase where that sweet incensey kind of note comes up, it's pretty tame, the whole fragrance, pretty close to the skin. I wore this one to work twice, didn't get any feedback at all, whereas with Bleu and Homme Sport, I usually got some sort of reaction from people because those two start out quite strong in the opening. So I would say this would probably make a better starter fragrance for someone that hasn't been exposed to a lot of other fragrances. If you've smelled a lot, this one might come off as a bit generic. Also, I would say the projection and longevity is a little bit iffy on this one as well. But if you're looking for something kind of close to the skin, maybe something suitable for like hospital wear, like where I work, this could be a good signature scent because it will probably not offend anybody. I haven't had any complaints about it. So yeah, it's nice, but it doesn't really bring anything too new to the table. It just kind of has like that Chanel feel to it, and not quite as strong overall. So let's get into some scores. The smell, I'm going to give this 8 out of 10. Like I said, I'd really love Bleu de Chanel. So because that's mostly what I get, gotta give it 8 out of 10. Projection longevity, pretty spotty here, 6 out of 10. I would say after the first hour or so, people probably going to have to be pretty close to really smell it. Although it's hard to say on my own skin how people perceive it, but based on no compliments or comments or feedback, so I can't really assume that anybody's smelling it. So 6 out of 10 for projection longevity. Uniqueness, 5 out of 10. Too much Chanel DNA here to get too caught up in uniqueness here. Yeah, 5 out of 10. Price point, 50 mLs might run you about 40, 100 ml about 50 on Fragrance Net. Not a bad price, 7 out of 10. Versatility, I'm going to give it 8 out of 10 because I could see this one being someone's signature scent. Probably better for maybe warm weather. It's not like a really dense, fall, winter fragrance. But for indoors, you're just going to want something fresh and light anyway, year round, I think. So yeah, signature scent mentality right here. So overall, 7 out of 10. Not bad. I find it a bit light and hard to smell sometimes, and too close to Chanel for me to get too excited about it. So those are my thoughts on Versace's Pour Homme, and I thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later.